veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
Hey, where's everybody?
Hello.
Hello. I love that music.
What's up, Jeremy? What's up, Kimberly?
Hey, how are y'all?
Okay. I see what happened. I gave my intro and I was thinking I'm sounding good and I still had the mute button on. Okay, guys, sorry about that. How's everybody? Welcome back to Ready to Love Miami Reunion Part 2 once again.
All right. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Aubery?
I'm doing better. I'm almost back to 100%, so I shouldn't have to mute the mic as much today. You know, not coughing very much.
Okay, we got Jeremy, Kimberly, and who's that on the bottom?
Keena. That's
Keena.
Keena.
That's a different picture.
Yeah, she did. Hey, Keena. Hey.
Wow, Keena, that don't even look like you. You actually look good.
Oh, I actually look good.
You know, he's just hating, Keena. Don't pay him no attention. He's just hating. You know, haters will hate. What is Stay Tuned Review saying? Oh my goodness, Looney is thicker than cold rotel tip.
Like a lot of the girls on this season are thick. This is crazy.
Yeah. I thought honestly, I have to say, and I love Keena's season, but honestly, I think pound for pound, girl for girl, I think this was the most beautiful season of women of all different shapes and sizes. They were gorgeous. They were simply gorgeous.
I'll beg to defer. I think Houston had a lot of beautiful women.
Okay. Yeah. Houston resort or Houston out the resort?
Houston resort.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
I think Miami had a good looking cast overall. From men to women, I think most everyone looked pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too.
And this part 2 was very interesting to say the least. I caught a couple of surprises in there. I guess we'll get to it.
Yeah, we will.
I guess what surprised me the most was Justice and Looney. So I guess we'll get to that.
That surprised you?
Well, and the way he went after her and the way she responded to him outside, you know.
That surprised you?
I didn't expect to see it.
Oh.
You know, I didn't expect to see it.
Oh.
I know a lot of things happen behind the scenes and off camera and stuff, but I really didn't expect to see that from them two. Yeah, I didn't.
What? Well, okay, yeah, we'll get to it after a while because I'm curious too what it is that you saw that surprised you. I'm kind of like Jeremy, but I did notice some things, so we'll see if they were some of the same things that you and I were noticing. But very interesting, very very interesting.
Mm-hmm. You got your note cards ready, Aubery, or is Kimberly going to lead us?
I got it.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get it popping.
We open where we left off with Sharice and Kadian still having a wild argument. The two of them are just arguing, and we see Kayla getting quite emotional about the whole thing. It's a lot. I mean, you know, some people are saying, well, why do black women have to argue like this? I say it's just you guys on this show right now, here and now, because I don't argue like that, but, you know, and I'm a black woman, but you guys do what you do, and those two women are doing what they do. And yeah, could they have used some more self-discipline and self-control? Absolutely. What do you guys think?
Kimberly?
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. That's not my way of life either. So I don't like when we lump people into one category. I'm not even sure why they revisited it, but I guess Sharice wanted to prove her point that maybe she was telling the truth. And then Katie and is still stuck on no, you're not. But why does it really matter? So I'm just glad that they got that part over with, and hopefully we don't have to hear about it again. And there's no more, I guess, arguments over that piece. But I'm sure Sharice is gonna bring out the receipts eventually. Maybe I don't follow them on any social media, so y'all will have to let us know. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
not the way I act in real life.
Not at all. Like I can't remember the last time I had a bad argument, and certainly not anything physical or threaten anything physical. Because no, that's not my lifestyle. But to
Well,
each their own.
that sugar daddy comment came from somewhere. I don't think Sharice just made that up. That came from somewhere. Right. And on top of that, Katie, and of course, this is her true nature. I'm not surprised the way Katie behaved at all, because that's just who she is. And then she's gonna say, "I'll F all these B's up." I'm like, what anybody else got to do with you and Sharice arguing? What anybody else got to do with that?
Absolutely.
Because those are the only things that would separate her and Sharice's hands.
Oh, okay. Or like why she said, she apologized a little bit later on after they moved. Sharice was moved over, and she was like, I apologize for getting out of character, but you shown us all 16, all 8 weeks or whatever that this is your character. You're not showing us anything different.
Exactly.
For you to have been calm and for you to have been ladylike, that would have been different. In fact.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I've noticed is that Swayze messy too. They both messy.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. How? What happened? I didn't see him saying anything.
Swayze was in the back right with Katie and pot stirring and commenting on everybody. They didn't call Samson stupid, even though Samson does sound stupid. He didn't have to say that.
Oh, I didn't hear. This is Swayze. Swayze made the comment about Samson being less than intelligent. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Well, he said stupid. He said stupid as. That's what he said. He said stupid as F.
Oh, okay. I'm glad
Go
you.
back
Yeah.
and hear that. I didn't hear that one.
You know what? I know. You know what? Now that you mention it, I did see him giggling and laughing with her saying certain things. But like you said, that part was kind of bleeped out. I heard him say that, and it's kind of like I was like, oh, it kind of surprised me. But there was so many other things going on that I didn't really stop and take note of it. And I'm glad you did, because that's a good point. So maybe it's something about her. But like I said, last week, Swayze says that he was trying to change his life and change his ways. So there's definitely something about Kadian that he likes. So
if this is what he's
it's
trying to change
not
to,
quiet.
I'm like,
it's not her quiet demeanor, because she's not quiet.
Like Kadian, I don't really know where this relationship is gonna go. Like it didn't really make sense to me, because I'm still trying to figure out why they're together, because she doesn't respect him as a person. Like she continuously argues with him. She wants to start all of these beefs all the time. So it really does seem that it's just them like putting something into a pressure cooker, like that's going to get worse as time progresses, because her mouth is going to continue to get more reckless, because she can only hold it back so much. What she's done is she lost him, but then she knew that it was a real good guy, and ain't no other man is willing to put up with Kadian. So she knew that she had to get her act together, so she reached out to him and called him back after she made this whole fiasco about her not needing him and how she needs somebody better. And now she's so in love with him, but he's not the most smartest person anyway.
Mm-hmm. There's that black woman thing. I don't need no man. It finally came out of Katie, and didn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised in the future if they have a domestic dispute.
Ooh. I don't see. Now I would say this. Now I gotta put a thought in here. I don't see him being the kind of guy to go to that, to stoop to that level, because if you recall when he got into it, Jeremy, when he got into it with Katie and her girlfriend, he cut the meeting short. And I think that he has that amount of self-control, and certainly the type of industry that he works in, he don't have no time and no reason to be beefing with her like that, because that would mean his whole livelihood.
But doesn't Kadian give you the type, after you get into real life and there's no cameras and production, watching
Hmm.
you in the scene that can like separate you. She's not the type to like allow somebody to leave while they're having an argument with her. She just seems the type to like stand here and face the like face me and tell me what you feel. And even though he's probably gonna be irritated, it seems that she will pour lighter fluid to make this situation worse. It seemed like she liked to see him explode, in my opinion,
Mm.
Yeah,
because
I can definitely agree with what you're saying about her. I'm just saying that it takes two people to argue and to go farther than arguing is what I'm saying. But yeah, I could definitely see her going above and beyond because we saw it with her on stage with Sharice. She would not back down with Sharice. She would not just
Right.
simply back down. And that's all she had to do was back down. It's not about, any kind of courage or anything, but this lady is not even talking to you and yet you're just beefing with her and talking about who's behind you going to be. But I noticed when Sharice jumped up, like I think you said this last week, I think that Sharice is probably the one with the hands. I don't see Katie necessarily being the one with the hands.
I
And
think
if she
all those
was,
girls can beat Katie up, to be honest.
I
I
agree.
don't
I
know.
agree with that. She got a lot of mouth.
She got a lot of mouth, and that's what it is. She's got a lot of mouth. Oh no,
And
Roro
neck.
didn't talk. And a lot of
No.
what?
How am I messy? She must be referring to last week or something.
Oh yeah, ain't nobody forgot about that. We're still getting
Yeah.
comments about your behavior, and I guess
Yeah.
Ron, you did not chicken out because of what you said last week, did you, Ron? Did you? Did you, Ron? Because
No,
you're not here, and you definitely were invited. So, but anyway,
Ron making that million today. Give him a break. He got that
yeah,
money
he
to
got his
make.
$35 million plus portfolio. I understand,
No,
Ron.
that was Zoe. That was Zoe. Yeah.
No, that's
That was a little shady. That was a little shady.
I wasn't supposed to share your. I wasn't
Oh
supposed to share
yeah.
your finances. I'm sorry.
Zoe did run about it this country like a refugee.
Yeah. But Katie is a button
Ooh,
pusher with the men
that's
and the
interesting.
women. She pushed buttons up for the men and the women. Because remember, Magic Mike was like, Katie just being Katie and getting on my damn nerves. She was asking him all these questions. She loved to push people's buttons. So I agree with Jeremy. She the type she's going to start an argument and then get in front of the door and say, "Don't leave."
Yep, that's exactly it. And then you
Mm,
try to move her out the way, she won't let you.
right.
And then I can see it, and it's like a train wreck that
Yep.
you're waiting to have. That's waiting to happen. Like seeing those two together is highly toxic. Like she does not deserve him. He does not need a Katie. Like Katie need help.
And I want to ask Keena, our roving street reporter, what have you been hearing
Yes.
about these two, if anything,
Right. Right.
Hearing about Katie,
and Swayze?
And
I
Swayze.
mean, they're together. Like I said, for me, my observation is it won't last because it's a long distance relationship, and she needs a man in her face. She needs attention. She
Mm.
needs full fledged attention, and I just don't, you know, and she's doing like a lot of every just overly posting of their love for each other. He's not, she is, and I just think over the time it's just going to be too much.
Any clarity on this sugar daddy thing,
But
Keena?
like, but
I
like,
mean,
wait.
she probably do got a sugar daddy. I mean, good for her. Like, can I get his number, please?
Right. Nothing wrong with it.
Shit.
Hey, who just say Keena? And
Can
Cheryl?
you can you pass me his number, Katie? I need a sugar daddy on my team. Okay.
So
Share,
what? So
share.
like, what type of stuff? What type of stuff do y'all have to do to get the money?
Shoot.
Well,
Oh,
we discussed that on our After Dark
they gonna
panel,
plead the
okay,
fifth on that,
Jeremy?
Jeremy. They gonna plead the fifth on that.
Yeah, we'll have to discuss things like that on our After Dark panel on Patreon or something like
Oh
that.
my
Okay.
goodness.
You a mess.
Oh.
But then we get to talking about the pursuit of justice and how justice wanted to be pursued and wasn't going to pursue and wasn't going to pay for dates. What are your thoughts about that, Keena?
Justin is for the streets of Miami and Philadelphia.
Mm,
Um, and
Philadelphia.
yes. And I mean, he's not interested in anyone on that cast. Let's just keep it 100% and keep it buck. Everyone
Would it
knows that.
would it be race related by any chance? This reason why he's not interested with all those beautiful women of all different shapes and sizes? Would it be?
I
Why would
mean,
that
I
be the
just
case?
think he's in Miami. There's a lot of different melting pots there. He's into a lot of different things. I'm not saying he's not into a black woman, but he's into a lot of different things, and he's
What's
not.
ooh, what are some
He
of those
wasn't
different
into the
things?
Ready to
I
Love
did
cast,
ask the question.
Tina,
huh?
what are those different things that he's
No,
into?
like different type of women, like there's different
Because
ethnicities. No,
Oh,
different type of different type of women. So I'm not saying he's just not into black women. He's into everything that Miami offers. There's all different type of different women out there. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
But he's not into that. He wasn't into the Ready to Love cast. You could see it. He's a promoter. He's into the nightlife. He got women all the time around him. He wasn't thinking about them girls. And he's not thinking about none of them now. Not even Looney. That was BS.
So they were acting with all that
Looney,
backstage stuff.
I'm
Looney,
not saying they was acting, but I mean, she know he not really checking for her like that. He
like
know
Looney really looked crazy. Like I was like, I was like, why is it that every reunion we go to, one of y'all is crying over these men that y'all barely know?
if you
What is
go
real?
on
I was like,
Justice page,
does it only take 8 weeks for you to get that emotionally attached to somebody to where you're crying because they don't want you?
it's
Like you way too
ridiculous.
bad to be acting like this, Looney.
And she is a beautiful woman. Justin is in the nightclubs, in the streets every single night, partying with hundreds of women draped over him. Like enough is enough. Like you cannot be crying over a Negro like that. Like
Exactly. And on top of that, like y'all be out here doing this like in y'all 40s, y'all look crazy. As the more you look at Justice, the more dilapidated he looks. It looks like just life just hit him in the hardest way. You could tell
don't
that
make me cough, Jeremy. Don't make me cough.
you could tell that he drinks a lot of alcohol and don't drink no water.
You know,
Like
I think Justin is nice looking.
I don't think Justice is a bad looking guy. He just got terrible skin because he takes terrible care of himself. You can tell that he does go to the club, probably drinks and parties a lot. And when you mix that with you hitting the age of 40 and up, that does not mesh out to the best thing. And I feel like after you reach that point in your of your life, it's time to move on to other things.
Well, Jeremy, like most industries, the pimping business got hit hard with the panorama.
What are you talking about?
What in the world?
I'm talking about Justice with his pimping.
Whoever is letting Justice pimp them.
I thought he was an event planner. Oh, is that what they call it now?
He's a party promoter, event planner, whatever you want. But he's in the streets every night. That's what I know.
Oh my god!
Like I'm so disappointed. Like you originally then again, none of us really thought that he was gonna give us show us that he was a great guy anyway. We kind of peeped him from the beginning, but it's kind of disappointing to see that men are still, pieces of poop like this at the, in 2022, you would expect better.
You know what shocked me, Jeremy, to answer your question, the way I started him and Looney's thing is that Justice was a guy, I'm not calling nobody. I'm not pursuing nobody. I got my own way of doing things. But yeah, he got his behind up out the seat and chased Looney out the door. This is a man who said he don't pursue and go after anybody.
Well, you're not really connecting the two. He didn't have to pursue Looney. Looney showed him that she was interested. That's why he was showed any type of interest at all, because he didn't have to put in the work. But one thing a F-boy is gonna do after he hurts you, he's going to smooth talk you to hurt you again. That's how it goes. Yep. So him chasing up after her, joking with her, hugging her, even though he's been playing her the whole season, does not really surprise me, because that's just a byproduct of being an F dude. So
now we back to pimping 101.
And she fell for it. I made one point though. Why did Justice keep emphasizing women, dating women? Did I miss something at that point? But
right,
seemed like he kept bringing that up.
Wait, are y'all trying to? What are y'all trying to say?
I just wondering if I missed something.
He's asking a serious question. That's what he said.
But my question is, so what does that make y'all feel like? What does that make y'all think?
Is he bi? That's what she's saying. Is he bi on the undercover?
Why are y'all afraid to say it?
I'm saying it.
Wait.
He said it. I don't know. Is he?
What did he say, Kimberly? What did he say?
He just said that he was dating or something along that line, and then he said the women, of course. So I didn't know if someone had shaded him on the cast, and I guess went and hinted at him dating someone other than women. So I was just wondering if I missed anything. Okay, and Monique said it there too. Would it be gender related? So
Yeah,
that was a serious question. I don't know if I missed something,
he
but he
definitely
mentioned
said
it
it.
twice.
So
He
that's so.
Yeah,
definitely
more
said
Does
it.
than
that mean?
once.
Does that mean he was saying like he possibly dated a male on the cast? Is like that's on.
Who
I
knows?
don't know. So
Okay.
nobody
If like
knows.
if
We're
like if
all
it is,
lost.
I'd like I think it's the like the bald headed dude that left the first day.
Oh, Calvin.
Yeah.
Is
Mhm.
with what's her name though?
April.
Oh,
Yeah.
April. Yeah, April and her headband wig was talking to him,
Yeah.
but I don't think he with her. Yeah, he's definitely not. He was just talking to her backstage. If they are they in a relationship?
Yeah, they say they're dating.
Yeah, they said
Child,
that's what they said. Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
crazy. Women really do not have the eye for this, do y'all?
Wait a minute. Who's dating, Jeremy? Who's dating?
I didn't
Calvin and
say
April.
somebody
Calvin,
was dating. Keena, Miss Cookie said Calvin was dating
April.
April and her headband wig.
yes,
You are
Calvin
messy.
and
Don't make me laugh and cough, okay, Jeremy? I
April, they
thought
have
what
been
they said.
talking and they have been dating since since the
Oh,
show has ended.
I mean, she
oh.
does look kind of strong. You know, I can understand.
I think she's a beautiful lady.
Yeah.
I
I
think she's
think,
beautiful too.
but
She's old. I
I
mean, they're
would
about
like
the
to see
same
her do
age.
a. I would like to see her do a new hairstyle. I will say
Yeah, that
that.
that that hand she's rolling with these headband wigs till the wheel fall off.
Yes,
Yeah, I would like to see her. I'm just gonna say I like to see her, but I think she's very beautiful. And in fact, in the face, facially, she actually reminds me of AP Austin.
I
Oh
see what you're going
yeah.
with that. Yeah,
I see a resemblance, a strong resemblance. I think they're both very beautiful
Yeah, they
women,
do
really.
favor. Yeah, they do
hmm
Mm-hmm.
favor. Hmm.
But
Yeah.
but I would just like to say I just think just try a different hairstyle, dear. That's all. That's all.
Hmm.
But she's very
Yeah.
beautiful, and she isn't she the one that's she's 48 years old.
No, I don't think she's 48, is she?
she's up there,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
45 or something like that. She's up
Yeah, I
there.
think
Okay.
on her bio it said 45, 46, 47, something like that. But I said all that just to say that she does not at all look that age. She's gorgeous. She's got
Hmm.
And
beautiful
Calvin is older as well, so that's like a good match. They're
Yeah,
like,
that's a good match. She would like a probably want a mature man. She's not looking for nobody 35 or if she's in her 40s.
mm-mm.
Hmm. Yeah, and I want to say too that Kayla was supposed to be with us tonight. She gives her apologies. She had a scheduling conflict. So she said give everyone her apologies. She'll catch us on
Oh
the
yeah,
next
because
one.
that was who I was looking to see because definitely had some questions for her. But hey,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I understand. We'll have to maybe get her back at another time.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
touche, Aubery event planner slash pimp. Don't make me laugh, guys. Don't make me laugh.
Hey, you said it.
No, but I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. It just kind of tumbled out, okay? But we're gonna
Oh,
we're gonna move forward from justice and the whole loony thing. Oh, wait a minute, I did want to touch on one last thing. You said you had noticed something with justice and loony. Did you get it all out, Alex?
I
Because
did. I did. I did. The
oh,
whole
okay.
running behind her thing. You know.
Yeah, because what I was gonna say, and just an observation, the touch that he gave her at the end when he asked her to come on in for a hug, I felt like, and this is just me. I am an older woman. I am mature, and I'm old school. But what women fail to understand, I think, sometimes is how much a public touch means and how it looks. So
Mm,
I don't want any man groping me on my buttocks out in public.
yeah.
I don't care if he's my husband. I really don't give a darn. You know what I'm saying? If we're not in our private backyard or something like that, that's different. But if we're out and especially on national, international TV show, what you're not gonna do is grab my buttocks like you're my pimp. Okay?
So can I
Not gonna,
can I ask a
that's
question
what you're
about
not
that?
gonna do. Yeah, go ahead.
So like, and this is like I'm just asking because like I know strict hetero relationships could be different, than bi, like men and women relationships. But like, so
Mhm.
do heterosexual people? Do y'all just be yanking and grabbing and groping on each other in the house? Like, how does that work? Do y'all do that?
I,
If that's my woman, yeah.
yeah,
And I'm
Right.
I'm saying,
bro.
like, how
At
often
home
does
and
that
I
happen?
love to
everything
be
is on the
groped.
yeah, if we're at home, everything goes, Jeremy. But I'm just saying, but as far as my public appearance, because I look at myself like this, I have a public self and I have a private self. And again, because I'm old school, and I think what a lot of younger women fail to look at is why men will consider them lesser than, they will be disrespectful to you because they've already seen guy A, B, C, or D groping your buttocks, grabbing your breast, and holding you in a certain way as if he has no respect for you. And I just what I saw with between Looney and Justice, that's what it gave me. You know, like one minute she's angry with him because he's not calling her, but then you show me as a woman what this thing really is because the way he's holding you, I already know, I already suspect that you guys have had an intimate relationship. But why do I need to know that? Why do I need to have that much affirmation on my suspicions by you allowing him to hold you in that manner when that's not even your man? He's not your husband. He's not even your boyfriend. He has not even claimed you, but yet you've let him mark his territory for the whole world to see. That's what I'm not allowing people to do to me.
Yeah, like that makes sense, but like I said, a lot of these like these women, because remember, a lot of these women are in their 40s. You would expect a lot of wisdom comes after, like, you reach that point, but apparently not. When we actually look and see, these women still have the dating mindset of a 20-year-old. Like
Yeah.
what you saw
Or
between
worse than
Justice,
that, a 16 or 17-year-old is what
right?
I'm seeing. I'm
Like
seeing
what
high school practices.
what you saw between Justice and Looney is literally what a lot of regular relationships nowadays are happening, between people who are in their early 20s, and that's really sad. And I got a question for you, Alex.
Uh-huh.
You said that you was just surprised that he chased after her. So can I ask you a question? Like, have you ever cheated in a relationship?
Oh yeah, of course.
All right. And have you ever went after her when she got pissed off because you cheated and you knew you were going to cheat again, but you just had to talk to her a little bit
Oh
to
yeah,
just ease her down?
yeah. I had to keep her on the rope.
Okay, then
You know what I mean?
why don't you understand that that's exactly what Justice was doing?
No, I'm trying to get a man the benefit of the doubt, Jeremy. And plus, you know what I'm saying? I'm an older guy now. I don't indulge in that anymore. So I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But when I was out there like that, like you subscribed, I was a hot mess. I did all of that. Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. I got a question for you. Are you not indulging anymore because you're the older guy? Is that the reason why you not indulging now in those
No,
practices and behavior?
I'm not indulging now because I learned a couple of rules. One is when it's
Mm.
flipped over on you and you're in pain, do you know how the other person feels? So you start to have empathy for that. And the other thing is, don't do to somebody else what you don't want done to you. You know what I mean? That's just, part of the golden rule. That's part of karma. That's part of all that stuff. And you learn these things the hard way. And the longer you live, the more lessons you learn, and the more pain come with that. Some lessons are easy, some are hard. I got a lot of hard lessons being stupid because I was chasing pleasure and that came with a lot of pain.
Can I ask a question? Because this is something I don't understand. Well, I kind of do, but I just want to know. I just want to see an anecdotal evidence, to confirm my my preconceived notions.
Okay, Dr.
So,
Jeremy.
so why do you like? So why did you even get into a relationship if you knew you were not ready to settle down and you were going to step out anyway?
Because I know I can have both.
But I'm saying that doesn't answer the question. It's not you knew you could have both. It's I'm asking the reason as to why you wanted both.
Because you want the stability of a home life. You do want that. Okay, you want the stability. You want somebody to come home to, but you also want to play. That's the mindset that I was in. I ain't saying it's right.
So basically, like you want somebody that's at home cooking and cleaning, and also where you can also get the the household intercourse, and then afterwards you can go outside and go get the outside intercourse, and you can just have both. So when you come home from the outside intercourse, you can come home to a good meal on the inside of the household, and then have inside intercourse just to replenish yourself and power up to go and do outside intercourse.
And that's until the day you come home and she's not there and she out playing. So that's when that whole thing.
Okay,
wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Oh, wait a minute. The day you you came home and you had to get in the rocking chair and rock yourself, huh? Because you were
Yep.
so upset.
She wasn't there. I called her phone. It's going right to
Mhm. Oh,
voicemail.
it's going to
All
You know,
this stuff.
voicemail
I love
now.
a woman. I love a woman
So,
that cheats back.
so
Go
yeah.
ahead, sis. Go get your D.
So
You
you
know, you
get it.
deserve it.
You're gonna get it back. Just keep
Huh?
playing. You're gonna get it back. Just keep playing. Keep hurting people. You're gonna get it back.
Like so like
You
yeah,
lucky
that's what
that's
I
all
that's
you got back.
I just wanted
Mm-hmm.
to know. So
You
thank you.
got
You
out
really did
easy.
confirm what I thought anyway. Because I would
Mm.
usually say that men do that because they like to have kind of like a familial home, base. And
Yeah.
that's why they do that. Like cause I always tell, women, when they do ask me about that is because they want a familial, unit at the house,
And
and then
Jeremy,
they want to go out and do their own thing.
Jeremy, as harsh as this sounds, when all else fails out there in the street, you got what you got home. That's
Child.
the mindset.
Oh
It's
God.
the it's
Oh
the
my
it's the
goodness.
like it's the yeast
It's
infections
just
for
the
me.
low level of
Woo wait.
character in some of these
Not
men
the
for
yeast
me.
infection.
What?
Oh,
Who did
Keena,
that?
come on, Keena, give me a break here. I'm being honest.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, let's not go too down. Let's not go too far down this rabbit hole. Oh
Oh
my
my god.
goodness. Alex perked up, yeah, because he's talking about his favorite topic, him.
Cheating. Oh, I thought you meant cheating.
Well, that is too. That is too because see, as you listen to Alex, you get the sense that he still has that mindset and that
Yep.
culture. He comes from that culture that for black men or for men, it's important that they have a lot of women. That is what makes them a man. I don't know what would happen to men if women all of a sudden left the earth and they were just left here alone. They wouldn't know how to be men anymore.
I
I
know,
mean,
like
really.
I know why Alex ain't doing it nowadays, and like it's very apparent
Well, I'm
because
not doing it.
I can tell you why. The
I'm
reason
Why?
you're not
listening. I'm listening,
the
Jeremy.
reason you're not doing it anymore is because you've reached a point where you're older. It's so these young, tenderonis that you meet, once you go out to these places as the older man, looking and going to go get the younger women, they already know what you're looking for. And now we're in a new age, a new day to where when they know what you're looking for, they're asking for something in return like money. So they're using you then every single time you get into a relationship
Yeah, we
outside
ain't
of that,
going for that.
it turned into
Yeah.
a sugar daddy
Yeah,
thing.
I ain't going for that. So
That's
Why
It
you
might
not
exactly why
going?
he's
it
not
might
doing it
it
anymore
Alex,
might
because
be a
yeah.
sugar
why
because
daddy.
not?
because
Why you
because
don't?
he's
Why you not
older.
going for the sugar daddy thing? What's up with
No.
that?
Yeah,
Because your
what's wrong with
pride.
that, Alex?
Because
But
your pride.
no, it's not my pride. I got children, I got grandchildren, I got people to take care of. I ain't got time
Now,
for that
now I
mess.
guarantee you,
Oh,
if we could
so
reverse the
mm,
clock of time, and he's young in 2022, and he knows all of the time, all of this stuff that he's lived all the way up until now, and he was younger, he would still do the same things that he did in his past because he know he can sexually, entice,
Right. There you go.
younger women and get it for free.
He ain't lying. You ain't lying.
But
I'm
now
not
that
gonna
he's
argue with
older,
you.
it's almost like he's phased out because it's a whole new batch of like F dudes that are
Yeah.
that are young. So he can't. It's kind of like the same thing with women. That's the
Yeah.
reason that he slowed down.
Yeah.
Don't let it make you confused that he's grown wisdom from it. That he's just
that's what
No,
I'm
I
evolved
saying.
have.
past it.
I'm waiting for the wisdom to come,
No,
and
I
I don't hear
have.
very much wisdom or very much growth. I just hear, well, yeah, I did get my feelings hurt because she did
No,
it back to me.
the wisdom came from when I said that don't do to others what you don't want done to you. When you gain empathy over the years, as you begin to get hurt yourself, you gain empathy for those that you hurt. I said that. Y'all skip right over that and get right to the pimping. I
Yeah,
said
I
that.
heard that part.
You
You
Pimping
know,
did
ain't
say
easy.
that.
yeah. it ain't Keena. I'm telling you, it ain't easy.
Keena, it ain't never been easy. That's just sad. That's
But
just so sad.
but I
Mm-mm.
appreciate Jeremy asking me that because I appreciate answering that.
I know you love to talk
Yeah,
about cheating, so
Yeah.
anytime we talk, you light up like and he be recalling his cheating like it's his glory days.
Yeah, man.
exactly, because that's part of his culture. That's what I keep telling him. He knows it.
It
He
was
knows it.
nice. It was nice.
It was nice.
It
Yeah.
You
was
still
nice to be
saying
a
that?
cheater.
I had a
It
Oh
nice
was
my
nice.
time,
God. You
man.
have not learned. You
I
have
had a
not
nice
learned.
time. I had a nice time. What y'all want me
Oh
to
my God.
say?
Anyway. Okay, is justice wrong? Next card. Is justice wrong?
Mhm.
Should men pursue women or not, guys?
Oh.
Jeremy, any thoughts?
Well, I already always say that a man should pursue a woman.
Okay, and can I just ask you why you always say that? Why do you feel that's true? It's better that way.
I mean, like I feel like it's the job is like the masculine party, you know. I don't know, it's just something masculine about a woman chasing after a man that just doesn't seem, you know. It gives me, Nikki Parker from Professor, from the Parkers.
Oh, she
Oh,
was
right,
terrible.
right,
Oh, she
right.
was
She did.
terrible.
She did chase after him. You're right.
Mm. Yeah, but
What
it's just
about
it's what nature calls for, Aubrey. It's the way we're used to it. Is what nature calls. Men are the hunters and all that kind of stuff. But
But
so I
apparently this season we saw at least two, three guys that were not hunters. Justin's wasn't a hunter. Randall definitely wasn't a hunter. I mean, a lot of these guys were not hunters.
because
So
women have spoiled us. As simple as that.
I guess some women have spoiled some men
Mhm.
because I'm never gonna be that girl. But Keena, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like men should still pursue, or is that an outdated concept?
I think men should pursue. I mean, I'm a little old fashioned, so I need a man to. I'm not pursuing no man. I'm not jumping out there chasing after you. I don't have. I don't have that.
No,
I don't have to do it. So once I get into a stage where I gotta chase after a dude, I mean, I need to hang up my 5 inch stilettos because that
Ooh, and
means that
she
I'm
got them
kind of
on for the holiday weekend, guys. Go over to her Instagram page, Stiletto Queen, and the
so.
fishnet black pantyhose. I'm sorry, Keena, I had to get that out.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I think that, like, it's a man. Men are hunters. I agree with Alex. Men are hunters. That's what they were put here to do. So for those roles to reverse and me start hunting a dude down, it's a little thirsty to me. But some females they go for what they want. Roles have reversed now. So, but for me, I'm not doing it.
Mm.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not either.
Mhm.
Kimberly, your
Same.
thoughts on it?
Yeah. I'm glad we all agree because I was waiting for someone to say no, they disagree, but I agree on that one. I feel like that's just the role of a man is to lead and be the head and pursue. Because one thing about me, I will let you know I'm interested, but after that, you have to do the work from there. So yeah, I feel it's just the right order. I think that's what men
It
were
is,
created.
but it's the right order, but women, like, our goal, our job is to keep them engaged. So once you start pursuing
Mm-hmm.
this, I'm gonna keep you wanting to come back anyway. So that's what
Right.
our
Hey,
job is to do.
Yes.
there you go.
Right,
I like
right,
that, Keena. Now that sounds about right. I don't have any problem with that. That
right.
sounds very feminine and very ladylike. I love that. I
Because
love what you said.
I was going to say, men, we should pursue, but women should leave the breadcrumbs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Definitely leave the breadcrumbs.
I
Huh?
like
What?
that.
What? Say
Okay.
that again. What's the breadcrumbs? I'm trying to figure out
Men,
what the breadcrumbs
men
are.
should pursue, but women should
Mm-hmm.
leave the breadcrumbs
Oh, the bread
because
so they can follow. Okay.
right. So we know that you're interested. You know.
Absolutely. I agree with you for once, Alex. Let's mark this day down. Let me get my clap
let,
track
let,
out.
let me write it down.
Write that down. Maybe you should play the number tonight too, because I actually agree with you, Alex. I actually agree with
I
you.
appreciate it.
Uh-huh. But so we're scooting along because we heard that fake word being tossed around again. I said tomato, tomato. Sounds like justice might just be an F boy, but that's neither here nor there. We're gonna move on. Uncle Nephew Tommy says that Samson is the gift that keeps on giving. Guys, what did you think about all of the gift giving that Samson was doing this season? Cherie says she needed to be more than just a part of the pack. But what did you think about that? We'll start with Kimberly. Kimberly, what were your thoughts about all that gift giving that Samson was doing? Was that appropriate? Was that a good thing?
Oh yeah, I love it. I think it's very appropriate. I love gifts. That's my love language, gifts, and time is a close second. So I had no problems with Samson giving the ladies gifts, all the ladies, because that's the purpose of the show is to date, get to know multiple. So why would you only hone in on one and just give that one person a gift? So no, I have no issues with that. Not understanding Miss Sharice and why she wanted him to just let everybody know where she stands. Sound a lot like Randall and his connection, where they just wanted everyone to know they were the one, but ends up being they are not the one. So yeah, gifts, give me all the gifts in the world. I love it. Keep it up, Samson. I hope he doesn't change that because a lot of people did give him some, I don't know,
Agree.
negativity towards that. So I hope he
Right.
keeps it up because it's nice.
Okay, okay. And what about you, Keena? What were your thoughts about the gift giving from Samson? Did it seem authentic? Did you like it?
I mean, I didn't. I did. I thought it was okay. I don't think that. I mean, for me, I think it was, you know, almost like, okay, I gotta like a chore, not like a chore, but he was in routine at this point. I got a date. Let me go get a gift. So I don't know. Nice. I
Hello?
thought. Hello.
Yeah, you kind of your sound went out for me. Okay.
Oh, I said I wasn't mad at it. I thought, like, if you're dating, I don't see why you shouldn't be able to give someone a gift. I mean,
Right.
it was nice. He did it nicely. He was a gentleman about it. But I don't know. To me, it seemed like a routine for me. Like, I got a date. Let me go pick up a gift. So I don't know. Like, he might be the type of dude that do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. The
Mm.
issue that the women were having, and primarily Sharice, was the gift giving is great. I agree with that as well. But at some point, you got to let one of these women or two of these women know they're standing out above the crowd. And that never happened. In Sharice's mind, anyway, that never happened. So he kept everybody on the same level. No one elevated above the other one. To him, he said it did because him and Sharice had a lot, of course, off screen interactions behind the scenes and so forth. But to her, he never elevated above everybody else. He still was the same guy. He still had all his options open, and she never felt special or the one being pursued.
Hmm. Right. That's a good point. That's a very good point.
I
Very.
would have thought that they would have made a connection because they're like almost in the same age, no kids, professional black professionals. But Samsung was like one of my favorites, but I think he became for the streets a little bit too
Mm.
towards the
I
end of
think
the
so.
show.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I
And wait a minute. Did you guys catch that? Basically, he had a woman waiting for him at church. So when the season wrapped up, he basically snatched her up and says, "You're my woman." So like in his head, it seems to me like what Sharice was saying all along was accurate. That was the reason. There was a reason why Samson couldn't get close to her, and the reason was because he had some babe waiting in the wings. I mean, he could have just said that. Been honest.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
but if he
then
would have been honest, he would have been off the show, and clearly he wanted to be on the show for whatever reasons he was on the show for in the first place.
And do you
Right.
and do y'all think when him and Sharice had their final dinner where he was voted off or whatever, she made a comment that you really don't like me because you come sit down at the table and tell me everything you find wrong with me or what everybody else is saying about me and so forth. Do y'all think he really didn't like her or what was the issue?
I think towards
Yeah, I
the
think
end he wasn't feeling her. I think towards the end he was like, ugh. It was
Yeah.
obvious.
Yeah, exactly what Keena's saying. Exactly, because why would you say to me, well, I don't tell you all the things, the bad things the men say about you, and then proceed to tell me all the bad things that the men said about me? You for the streets. You don't like me. Clearly. Clearly you're listening to what the other men are saying, which is absolutely fine, but be honest about it. You're not Samson is not an honest person. Like I'm still waiting. Okay, and I say allegedly. Samson, I'm waiting to hear back from you. You said you were going to come on and grant us with an interview. We would be very honored. Whatever our thoughts are, our feelings are, we're waiting for you to come on and to confirm, deny, or explain, right? But you say to me one while you're busy doing XYZ, and I see that you're busy. That's fine. And then the next thing I know, you're all over the place with everybody else. Of course, certain RTL alum get first dibs because why? Because I guess they're RTL alums. You guys relate, connect. I understand, but just like on the show, don't tell women one thing, don't tell me one thing, and then do something else for no reason. Not that we're not polite, not that we're not a safe space, but just because you decide that you don't feel like coming on, you don't want to have any kind of discomfort and answer a couple of questions. I mean, then just don't tell me you're going to come on. Just don't tell us that, right?
I mean,
Because
I mean the
Who are
bottom
we
didn't
talking
he tell us
about?
that?
Who are we
Sam,
talking about?
I'm
Samson.
sorry,
Samson.
Samson. He told us, right? Am I wrong, Alex?
No, he said he was going to come on. He left comments and everything during our previous podcast. Said he would come on.
Yeah, but did y'all not hear Jeremy roasted him? So he probably don't want another roasting session.
Look, if
We
you don't
don't.
want to be
When
But
people
roasted,
that
come
was
roast.
on, when
after.
people come on and do our interviews, Keena, you've been interviewed by us. When people come on to be interviewed by us, it's not a recap or a review. We do not roast, and we do not allow anyone. And Jeremy, you can back me up on this, correct? When
Correct.
in the chat, that I don't allow anyone in the chat or anywhere else to roast anybody we're interviewing. Is a simply a very safe space. We ask
Yeah.
you questions, and you
Mm,
answer you and you answer them.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean.
But at the same time,
It-
Aubrey, we do
mhm.
ask tough questions, and he don't want any kind of questions that creates resistance in him.
I
So
did not, and I didn't roast him. Me and him had a very
I saw.
respectful, heated conversation. But
Mhm.
he the one who came with the heat. I'm not afraid to repeat what I gotta say, regardless if you hear it or not. So he came on thinking that I was not gonna say what I said because he got into the room. But I still said what I said, and he did not have any type of evidence to back up his claims that all of the stuff that I was saying was not true. Although he did
Mhm.
clarify one or two things, he still came across fraudulent, and that was once again confirmed at this reunion. So him like running away from interviews ain't got nothing to do with me.
mm.
It doesn't, because he
Like
agreed to that after the fact. After the interview, he also still came on the live and said that he would get up with you and still come. That was after.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so
So I
like
mean, I'm
him
just
using
saying, you know.
him
Go ahead.
using Alonzo's buddy pass to like fly across the country ain't got nothing to do with me.
Lonzo's buddy pass.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Is this something you want to tell us, Jeremy? Could you
right.
explain that a little deeper?
I'm just saying like that he seems to be running away from answering hard questions in
Mm.
in like tough situations, like because people want to know like about him, and they're going to be asking and cross-examining him. Maybe he don't have the answers for that. He can't put on like that fake church voice. Yeah. When I was, coming out of college, after I left college, so I like to treat women the right way. Nobody want to hear that. We want to hear what you actually feel, and all of that, gentleman BS is all lies, because at the end of the day, whenever you don't get what you want, or whenever you feel some type of way, you start to literally try to demean and tear these women down and make them feel insecure. Like he did that with Cherise. He don't want to sit here and have to face the fact that he tried to tear that woman down and say no man wanted her except for him, and she should be groveling at his feet, that he even gave her interest. Like the interests of the rest of the men don't even make sense, because you're supposed to be focusing on the women. Why are you focusing on who the other men want? Are you
Exactly.
why would the men tell you like, oh yeah, she a great girl, come on, like I'm interested in her, but go after her too, like let's all just try to go at her? Like no man is going to tell you that. So he sounded even more ridiculous,
And the other
but
thing,
it is what it is.
and the other thing, Jeremy and everybody, I think that people want to come on television and be part of the television experience, but they're not prepared for what comes with that. You know what I mean? They want everybody to, oh, you're great, you're wonderful, we see you on TV, blah blah. But a lot come with that, and I don't think they understand that part. And I'm like, Keenan, am I right or wrong about this RTL experience?
Keena.
Is Keenan there?
I didn't repeat your question. My phone
Well,
went out.
yeah, I mean, people want to be on television because they want all the accolades associated with being on television and being nationally or internationally recognized, but they don't understand what comes with that. All of the pressure, the negativity, the hate that comes with it, as well as the accolades. They want all the accolades, but they don't want the other stuff. And you can't
But
have one without the other.
But in fairness, before you get on the show, you have to speak to a and get a psychological exam. They tell you, are you going to be able to deal with the social media, the draggings, can you deal? They give you different scenarios. If they sit you down with PR, they tell you like these are different type of scenarios can happen. Just think people could troll you on social media. Will that affect you in being able to film? They prepare you and tell you that it's going to get a little ugly. So you still
Mm.
go on TV taking that chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but when it happens, you can tell their behavior. They weren't prepared for it. They'll say anything to get on TV.
Yeah, no, people are not prepared for it, because it becomes, I guess, overwhelming, because it's
Mm-hmm.
very quick, and you still got to go to work. You still got to go to work. You got to film, and you're on social media watching people comment about an episode that they edited to make you look crazy.
And Keena, remember Tori from your season, the young gentleman Tori?
Mm-hmm.
Me and Aubrey interviewed him. They came after his child in social media and things. I'm like, these are
Wow.
things nobody's prepared for.
Yeah, no, that's totally uncalled for. That's
Remember that,
totally
Aubrey?
uncalled for. Yeah, yeah, but I don't want to go too deep into that. But yeah, but that's
Yeah.
totally uncalled for. So there
Hmm.
are some things that, to what Keena is saying, and what you're saying, Alex, I think that these shows need to be a little bit more responsible with their resources that they make available to these castmates, so that they have emotional support, therapeutic support, every kind of support that they need, because certainly the shows are making money off of these people's, using their likeness, their image, and putting them on the screen, right? So
And
they
then
should be.
when you film, Aubrey, you do the film, and people go on these shows, they do the filming, they think that they are really cool with
Yep.
production, and
Mhm.
they think that they have made groundbreaking like connections and stuff, and then they don't think that they will be edited in a way, because they oh, we're cool, I'm cool with this producer, I'm cool with that producer, and then when the show actually airs 3 months later after you've done filming, they're flabbergasted in what they see, because there is a lot of takes and edits and cuts that they do to make people look crazy.
And Keena, think about when you were on, right? You said you took like 50 or 60 promotional pictures. They picked that one picture that you didn't like and used it. Then everybody started coming at you about that. Why she got that on? I don't like that dress. Blah blah blah. It got crazy for a little while over Keena and the black dress.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, they show you all your pictures, right? So basically,
Oh, okay.
they show you all your pictures, and they're like, and you got some really nice pictures. So all the pictures that they showed me were like really nice pictures. You know what I'm saying? Nothing looked crazy. All right. But then they pick a crazy one because I'm the first one eliminated. So they have to pick a picture that was less than. And I I um went to uh I don't know how to say this properly, but
Mm.
I sent a very detailed message, email to, like, not, I would say, people in corporate or whatever, because
Okay.
I want answers to, like, why, you know what I'm saying? So basically they straight up told me it was strategic marketing.
Mm.
Straight up.
It's
That
just
was
it's strategic marketing to put you in, to put a picture
that
out of you that
that
doesn't look
was
good.
what was said to me on email. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I can't do nothing about it, it's spilled milk. But for me, it's like, okay, this is a show of black excellence. You show everyone. First of all, we should be able to pick our own pictures, but we never will have that much creative ability to do that, right? But anyway.
Control, yeah.
mhm,
Hmm.
but anyway, you should want to get the people's best take. It's just not me. A lot of those promo pics that they use, people don't. I mean, it's like the lighting is off. The pictures don't. They look very low budget,
Yeah, that's a word. That's a whole vibe. That low budget
and it
photograph. Look
should
at.
and it shouldn't look low budget, being on
Mm-mm.
own network. It shouldn't look like that.
It
Mhm.
should not. It should not. I mean, I go here in Detroit. We have a Center for Creative Studies, which is an art design school for, a college, right? And you can go there. I remember years and years ago, 101 years ago, actually. I went there to get some pictures added for my modeling portfolio, and I paid. In fact, I didn't pay anything. I think I paid for the prints. The guy used it in his portfolio, which was the exchange, the barter that we came up with. And I got some most beautiful photographs that, I didn't pay anything for. So I know if I can pay $0 and get beautiful professional looking pictures, I definitely don't understand why anybody that's doing something for own network or Will Packer production, why they can't do the same. Because somebody would be happy just to attach their name to the photograph, saying that these are Will Packer, done by so and so and so and so, whatever, right?
They don't care. They really don't.
Mm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not what I would like to have happen. But okay, so we move on to Swayze and Kadian's journey is highlighted. I think we've kind of talked a little bit about Swayze and Kadian pretty much. Uh, well, I guess basically the only thing I wanted to add is that Swayze wanted us basically to know that he's an equal opportunity lover, and we see that because he's back with black women for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I thought it was kind of interesting that Swayze pointed out that Kadian called him as soon as they left the show, and that's how he got back with her. I was kind of like, is that giving toxic or is it just me?
Well, according to them, that last episode, the way they left it, they were going their
Hmm.
separate ways. And
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
She
and
calls
she
him. It's
called
like a
him.
little toxic.
Yeah, and I think that's a direct result of the fact that they were already intimately active,
Mm-hmm.
and that connection physically was already there. It is very strong. You can see they have a very strong physical
Oh yeah,
connection. I mean, she
absolutely.
she laid up under him the whole reunion. Every
Yes, she
time you see
did.
them, she's laying up under him.
Yes, she did.
Right.
That's why I don't think it's gonna. She's too clingy. It's way too
That's
much.
the only times her gums are not flapping when she's laying up under him. I'm serious, and I'm not trying to be petty. I'm not
And
trying
she
to
got
put
big
down on.
gums.
No, I didn't say that, but I'm really I'm serious. That's the only time she's not being smart alecky. She's not demeaning another woman. She's not putting somebody down. Is when she's up
Mm.
under him. Like that apparently is obvious that physical touch is her love language. And
Hmm.
probably his too. I would gather.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ravine says, "Yeah, Kadian is not letting Swayze go. Ha ha. Yeah, I mean, like, she's not. But at the end of the day, it's something about their relationship. It's almost like they're trauma bonding or something. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. But we move forward and let's see. We move forward to the next banner. King Randall. King Randall's multiple connections were recapped. Jamala's handling of the Kayla and Randall incident at the house has also been revisited. The ladies got a little heated, but was Jamala overreacting, guys, or was she not? What do you think? When- at the house when she followed them into the room and saw that they were in the room alone and she went and snatched up her belongings. Do you feel like Jamala was overreacting now that we get to the end of the show and we see what has been going on? Do you feel like she was overreacting, or did Kayla kind of draw her in a little bit with that uh action?
I think Jamala was delusional the whole time, as far as
Mm,
Randall being her
Mm.
connection. I think she was totally delusional. You know, she believed what she wanted to believe. Randall always the type of guy, and look, I agree with what Keenan say. He out there in the streets, DC. He from DC. He out there, whatever. Because his attitude is always, oh well, whatever happens, happens. You do you, I'll
yeah,
do you. Do you, I'll do me. Blah blah. This
he's very lax. He's
very
very
lax,
nonchalant. Hmm.
nonchalant, non-caring. Do you really want a guy like that?
Mm-mm.
What? So
Not at
No.
all.
why did Jamala continue to pursue that? I don't understand it. At least Kayla had enough sense to step back at times to go, y'all do that, but he's going to come back to me at some point and want to talk to me or whatever. Which what he was doing, because she wasn't really pursuing him like that. She wanted him, but she
Right.
wasn't doing what Jamala was doing.
Mm-mm.
I just think Jamala was delusional, and we finally got to the couches at the reunion, and they sitting
Mhm.
apart. We dating other people, and even she said at one point,
Jamala went as far as to actually put her purse in between her and Randall. Wow, like there was like
right,
about 6 feet of CDC distancing between.
and
There
she even
was a
said,
lot of distance.
we're dating other people as far as I know. Tommy said, what do you mean
Yeah.
as far as you know? It's like she still has these expectations that Randall's going to come around and go, okay, you're my one and only. He's not interested and never
No.
have been.
He's not that interested. Well, I will say I'm gonna back up from that because let's go back. So if you watch the montages that they were showing, there were definitely points where they were alone, one on one on dates that were recorded, where Randall, in my opinion, did seem to be gassing up Jamala. I think that
Mm.
Randall, he's even said on his interviews, as lackadaisical as he is and nonchalant, he really did. He really was attracted to Jamala physically when he first saw her. She's his kind of gal physically. She's it for him. But I think that maybe her clinginess may have done something to him. But the point, getting back to the point, what I'm trying to make, he was telling her certain things. So should a woman not believe what a guy says? Is it that
Aubrey,
old
No.
do as I
Aubrey,
say?
Oh,
Aubrey,
What?
no.
she's physically gorgeous. That would be to any guy, not just Randall. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She just got that body. Like you said earlier in the podcast, a lot of women on this show, very thick, nice bodies, hips, or the whole thing. So if he was attracted to that, I don't give him no credit for that. Any man would have been
No, no,
attracted
no.
to that.
But you're but okay. So address what I'm saying. Okay, yeah, you got that part. We all got that part, that she's physically attractive, that she's shapely. What I'm saying to you is, so should she not give any credence to what he's saying to her, because he was talking to her, he was telling her things. So
I
you're
think that
saying that doesn't matter?
that's her lack of seeing game. She don't recognize game. I don't know where she come from, but she don't
Okay,
recognize
ladies,
game.
mark it down. Mark it down. Uncle Alex is passing on tips. Maybe, possibly, could be reform player trying to hip you out of game. And he's right. I agree with you, because see, I wouldn't have been buying none of that stuff. Because first of all, Randall couldn't even talk to me, because he couldn't even make it to the barbershop. He couldn't have talked to me. That's just me. That's just the first thing. He would have never even got close enough to talk to me. But okay. Knock yourself out, ladies. We are truly desperate in 2022 for these guys.
I think
Yeah.
that they might have some type of physical
Mm,
situation
of
because
course, of
and
course.
it was, and you doing too much too fast. and and I
Tell
think
it,
it was
tell it, Keena.
I think it was one of those type of situations, and he now he wants to, they did whatever happened, if it happened or whatever. Now he like, all right, let me see what else is out here. I don't know if I really want to do all this now. I mean, because it's too much too soon.
He
Like, and I
dropped.
and you don't know these people. That's why it's crazy to me how people can actually get on this show and hook up on TV knowing that it's going to come out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then
Mm.
you kind of be mad about it.
Mm. He driving her car and everything. I mean, what's going on with these two? Craziness here.
Wait a
Wait a
minute
minute.
now.
Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, that was the one that was right, because they
Wait,
were
who driving
supposedly
who
having
car?
car trouble. Go ahead, tell it, Alex.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, he was using Jamala's car because he had car trouble. So she loaned him the car or whatever. He driving around in her car. Now, a woman's not going to loan you her car or have you driving around in her car. And there's something more deeper going on than that.
Nope.
That ain't
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Mm.
Randall. He's saying Randall
Randall,
is
Randall.
driving,
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
allegedly
Well, we all
driving.
knew he was a Dusty, so
Yeah, well, he wasn't the only one on the cast as far as these men go.
right.
Mm-mm-mm.
Justice is a Dusty too.
Mm-mm.
And that rhymes. That rhymes.
Wow.
Don't make me laugh.
And then she coughing again.
Oh Lord, I'm going on mute. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I just
All
hate that I
right.
got it wrong with Randall. I got
Yeah.
it wrong because I just knew he was going to be the one at the end that I guess comes out with the woman, not sure which one because he had so many connections the whole time. And then to end up where we are, still dating multiple women from the show. And even Kayla, I can't believe she's still giving him a chance. It's
And
That's because
just,
Kimberly,
I
Kayla,
was,
let me be quiet, child.
D
Kimberly,
D.
did you see the way he was looking at Jamala as they sat across right next to each other, but they were separated? He was looking at her like, please be quiet. Like he didn't want
yes,
no parts of nothing she was talking about.
right.
Who?
He
Randall didn't want any
embarrassed
parts of
her. He
Jamala?
embarrassed her. He
What?
Yeah.
embarrassed Jamala. They straight up asked him, were they dating? And he's
Right.
like, I'm dating a lot of people right now.
Ooh, after you
Right.
done used my car, see, now you know what? I'm about to get off this black excellence, and I'm about to snatch my earrings off. And we about to get busy, because that's crazy. I let you use my car. Are you serious?
Mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, he's
That's her.
serious.
That's her fault for letting him use it. She the idiot.
But I give it to
Mm.
her. She held that head high. She didn't get out of character. She just said what she had to say,
She
and
did.
she
You
she
right.
she, she let she
Well, no, she kind of was disrespectful.
How?
I believe she was disrespectful to Kayla. It like
And Tranika.
yeah, like I felt like the anger and the disrespect towards them was very unwarranted to say
Yep.
that like the relationship or the connection that they had didn't exist. And she's sucking on his neck. What is he like? What do you expect? And it was like I was like, what's the smoke for? And then like that's why she got embarrassed like that. Nobody told like if she had anger, she should have put that against Randall instead of the other women. But
Talking
then
about
again,
Jamala.
she mad at Kayla because Kayla is actively dating Randall right now, even though that she knows that Jamala wants to date Randall exclusively. So she feels like Kayla doesn't care about, I guess the girl code. And to be honest,
Mm.
neither does Trinika.
Yeah, yeah. Tranika
The
says that
fact
Randall doesn't even claim Jamala outside of RTL. I said, now you know what? See, so like
she
it's
said
like you're living in an alternative universe here. So it's like the RTL stuff that goes on the set, and then outside when they're having these intimate relationship with these guys from the set, but then in their real world they're not claiming these women. So nah, it's a no
like
for me, dog.
Trinika said, he don't even claim you outside of this. I was like, child, now she putting this lady on blast. That was
Mm-hmm.
embarrassing. I
Mm-hmm.
was
Do you feel like she was
like,
being
and
petty,
then
Jeremy? I gotta ask you a question. Do you feel like Tranika was being petty or vindictive toward Jamala? And what do you
no,
think?
I feel like Jamala has started with her.
Oh,
Yeah.
what did
I
she
did
Yep.
say that? What did she say that? What did I miss? What did she say that?
we can't tell because they cut it out.
Oh,
Like it
oh.
literally went like because it looked like Trinika just attacked her out of nowhere, but they didn't cut out the portion where Trinika said, "Now look, I've never disrespected you. I've never came at you crazy. Please don't disrespect me." And then Jamala kept on over talking her. And then she said, "Girl, he don't even claim you outside it is."
Yeah, she
That's
came.
when that happened.
Yeah, Jamala came after Tranika and Kayla across from the couch.
Oh my
I
lord.
still think it was a petty response, and yeah, it just came out of nowhere. But I think it was petty. It was petty. Sorry.
I think by Jamala saying when she said, I think we're dating other people or something to that effect, and she looked over at Randall for confirmation as if she's waiting for him to say, "No, I just want you." She's still waiting for that, and it's never going to happen.
It
You know
did
what I
seem like
mean?
she was still like eager, like she still had a place in her heart for him, but I
Right.
think she missed that boat. But I mean, she missed some big red flags with Randall because
Mm-hmm.
Randall was never ready to love. Somebody said ready to ready. read that on the screen, Alex. I can't with these
Who's
people.
that? Who that? Mimi? Oh my good Mimi,
Read
ready
it,
to be
read it.
ready to be enterprise rental.
That's a good
That
one.
that's what she said. So I don't know, but I think for Jamala, unfortunately, she's a beautiful lady, but I think she missed the beaming red flags. Like, look, this guy is not. He's for the streets, and Keena can tell you,
Yeah,
Randall is for them DC streets.
he is. He's everywhere. He's all over the place. And Jamala knows it. That's why I don't even know why you up here acting all like, oh, we are we dating other people? Like, girl, you know what it is. Like, everyone knows what it is. Just you shouldn't just admitted that and not said anything because you look crazy.
That's my rah rah. I guess
Is
that's
that what she
her.
said? I didn't
Yeah,
hear her say rah rah.
no, she started calling him rah rah early on in the season. That's her rah rah. That's her
Oh,
pet name for him. So
well,
And
he
that was
always arguing
another
with her.
thing where you knew she was delusional. Like, why would you give this man, this grown man, a pet name before you even get out of this situation? Like, really?
right,
It's too
right,
soon. It's too
yeah.
soon. Like, where's where's your pride?
You get a
Where's
pet
your pride?
name you get a pet name when we're in a relationship. That's when you get a pet name.
Exactly. Not before. Not a day, not a second, not a minute before.
The only name you get before that is jump off.
And I'm saying like they doing all of this over Randall. Like they're doing all of this over Randall, and that don't make sense to me because I'm like, what is special about him? Like, what has these women like hooked like this to where they are literally laying themselves down by the riverside and allowing themselves to be
Maybe I need to see
disrespected?
him in some sweatpants or something. Maybe I need to get a glimpse of him
Oh,
somewhere.
Uh,
oh
the
yeah.
the,
Yeah,
the
you
It
better
gray
It
I
gotta
wish
be
I,
sweatpants.
some,
I
it
wish I
gotta
was
be
the hoochie
something
daddy
else.
shorts.
Got to be something else going on that I'm
The
missing.
great,
There could be. There
the
could be, because
famous
all
gray
we saw was
sweatpants.
right.
Yeah,
All we saw was the hoochie daddy shorts, and they really weren't giving. They really weren't giving. I'm sorry. Them hoochie daddies, that they wasn't doing it for me. But okay.
Oh,
Kayla says that since the show, her connection has deepened with Randall. Like, really? How? For real? She's been going out on more dates? Okay. All
Mhm.
right.
mm.
Well, anyway, Mike and Brandy's love is viewed. We get to see their montage. And Brandy says that Mike puts her up on a pedestal. What do you guys think? I think this really might be the only connection that came out of the show this season.
Is Mike
Who?
still naked on social media?
Mike is not dating
yeah.
Brandy.
I
Like
don't buy it. I don't buy
What?
it. I don't buy
Mike
it.
is in Mike.
I
Mike.
just saw them do an interview together. You got to be kidding me. I mean,
Okay, they just
let's
because they're
talk.
doing an interview together, they are doing promotion. This is promo
Oh,
after the show.
He slipped and said it last episode that he's not dating anybody. When Dominica put him on blast, he didn't say I'm just dating Brandy. He said I'm not dating nobody.
That's exactly what he said.
Mm-hmm.
well,
She put him on blast about the strawberry lady.
right. I remember that, but I thought he said nobody but Brandy. Nobody but
No, I didn't
Brandy.
hear him say
Oh,
nobody but
Oh,
Brandy.
I got to go back and look at that. I got to pull the tape. Roll
on
the tape, guys.
and on their social media, like they both are posting old pictures like of them filming. Nothing current, nothing together. Like
Really?
I just it
Well, they
I
said
just
on their interview they're just very private. Keena, come on, keep up now.
I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't buy
So, Keena, you're not buying it. You're not buying it. These old pictures. You don't think they're still together, but they're just kind of promoting the show right now as a place to find love.
I think so. I mean, I could be wrong.
No,
I
you might very well be right. I might just be a big old sucker because I really thought they actually had a romance.
No.
Well, if you're in a relationship with somebody, do you want them naked all over Instagram?
Well, he hasn't been doing that recently, and like
Yeah, those
in
are
his
older
defense.
videos. Yeah.
But even then, it makes it very odd that he's even recording those type of videos at the age of like 46. But I guess that's wow. That's crazy. But all right.
I guess he think he got the body for it. He can do it at any age. I don't know.
Mike is a fine man. I mean, if
I
I
don't
was
really think
Brandy,
he's a fine man. I don't like facially wise. I don't think
He-
he's the best looking guy. Like I don't know
he's
what you're talking
nice
about.
looking. He's nice looking. So I see what Brandy, like if I would want to
It's a
hold
matter
on
of
to it too.
taste. Yeah, it's a matter of taste. Some people like the chocolate. Some people don't like the chocolate. Some people like his chocolate. I don't particularly care for his chocolate, but I can see where he's got a nice body, and I did feel like on the reunion, those dark circles or whatever he has under his eyes looked a lot better. But he's just not giving to me, Keena. I'm sorry.
It's
He
given.
not
It's
Same.
given. It's given.
Nope.
What you call a concealer.
Oh Lord.
And we're not even gonna talk about the Beijing beard and the Beijing hair.
Right.
We don't even touch on that. But
Right. He wake up with his hairline on the pillow. You talking about he's fine. Like I can't take it.
wait a minute, and don't
Stop.
wear no white dresses around him, because you know what? It's gonna be all over your outfit. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, and the part that I don't buy is Mike already has 3 children, and
Yeah.
Brandy's saying she wants children. I don't think Mike wants any more children. 3 is a handful.
He said he doesn't
he-
want anymore.
But 3 is not a bunch, though, according to you, Alex, in our private conversation.
3 is enough. 3 is
It's
enough.
what? It's enough.
is
Now
enough.
it's enough. It's not a
It's
bunch,
enough.
huh?
Yeah, 3 is
But there
enough.
has to be, there has to be some kind of agreement along the way though, because Brandy has said multiple times that she wants a child, and she said it on the reunion. So for Mike still to be there, I don't know. There has to be some kind of agreement that maybe he did agree to give her at least one child.
He said that if she wanted children, I think because she said she wants 2, he said he's going to have 5 total. He said that on the show. Now, that he did say. But my thing would be kind of going back to what Alex says. Men sometimes will say anything to get into the pantaloons. I don't know if I'm buying that. I just don't. I just don't know if I'm buying that in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you say that now to get with me, but do you really mean that?
I don't think he means that at all. I think he's a dust.
Me neither.
I think I think all of these men this season are dusties. I'm highly disappointed by everybody. It's just really sad, honestly. This is the most worst batch of males for the cast I've ever seen.
It
Like
was
it's
pretty.
giving sadness.
Yeah, I agree. I was just answering, responding to Jay. She says the same thing I said. She says he's got old eyes. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, that's what
he
I see
truly, he
too.
truly does. It looked like
Like
he smoked a
he
pack of
got.
Marlboros.
What's wrong with Newports?
I
Why
can't
not
even get to my
Newports?
mute quick enough.
Newport is the classic hood cigarette. Why
Right.
not Newport?
I don't know.
Oh, oh my goodness. I couldn't even get to my mute quick enough. But to your point, that's what it was about him that I didn't like. I never quite put my finger on it. The eyes look old, like his face. He looks like, what is he supposed to be, 40 what? And no, sir, no. If I want an older man, fine, but I don't want my younger older man to look older, like no, sir. No, sir. You been through some. And how
Probably
Vi
just the
got me that
lifestyle though.
how Vi got me cracking up. She said he's tired. Yes, that's what I'm getting out of the whole thing. Like, just like men don't want tired looking women, women don't want tired looking men. I'm sorry. No,
Mm,
sir. No, no,
mm.
no, and no. But moving forward. I'll get to this last couple of banners here. What do we got? Yeah, final thoughts. Kayla is asked what it is like to see Mike pick Brandy. Mike says that Brandy has the potential to be his wife. Guys, I guess you're giving your final thoughts. If you haven't add on to them, do you think that Mike might actually marry Brandy? Is it all an illusion, as Keena says? What do you think, Alex? I know you got an opinion about this.
Well, it's very clear. Mike said this a while ago that Brandy was the wife material and Kayla was the music video vixen. That's what
Hmm.
he said.
He did
So
say
he see her as the hot fantasy chick. He see her as somebody he might want to go out and cheat with, but not be in a relationship with. That's what he's saying. You
I'm sorry.
know.
I can't. These people in these comments got me cracking up.
So
Monique.
the thing that's disturbing to me
Hmm.
is that Kayla says that she feel like whatever it is in her mind, and I would love to ask her this. Why does she think that her connection with Mike was stronger, even though he picked Brandy? And she said that I think my
Mm.
connection was stronger.
I didn't get that either. Did you get that?
Because they
That's what I
do a
wanted to
lot of
ask her
talking
about.
off camera. She's
Keena,
probably
say what now?
they do a lot of talking off camera. They do a lot of talking off
Oh.
camera. It's a lot of connections being made off camera.
Mm.
Oh.
Well,
And
I
But
when
want to know
Brandy
that.
was
Keena.
taking them flights, when Brandy was taking them flights,
Hmm.
Kayla was stepping right in and like, "Hey, what you doing today?"
But Kenny, you said she was. Kenny, you said she wasn't working during the shooting.
Yeah, somebody told us, I think it was Kayla when we did our interview with Kayla not long ago. Go back and see that if you haven't. There's a lot of good tea in there. Kayla said that Brandy was not working doing the filming.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
we specifically did ask her the tough question: were you guys tipping around while Brandy was gone? And she said no. Brandy was took time off during that filming. So no, that's what they're saying. I don't know.
Yeah. And my final thoughts, Aubrey, for this season is that a couple of them I did like. Like I said, I've liked Kayla from the beginning. I said that in our first podcast after episode 1. I kind of stayed steadfast through that, but I don't believe at the end. I don't believe none of these relationships. I don't believe in none of them. I don't believe in Magic Mike's and Brandy's. I don't believe in Swayze and Cadian's. I
Nah.
believe that Swayze and Cadian have a very strong, intimate, physical connection, but that's going to run its course because it always does. Then it's like, what else do you have to bank this relationship on? When the physical slows down, what do we have? So it always runs its course. So I'm just going to wait for that with them.
These comments, Monique King, you are not gonna make me laugh anymore. Keena, Keena,
Hunching.
Hunching, yeah,
yeah,
hunching.
that word alone just cracks me up. Keena, I guess you basically gave your opinion about it. These people are not for real. They for the streets, aren't they, Keena?
I'm with Alex. I don't believe in any other connections on the show. None of them. Not one. I just feel
Wow.
this was very produced, and a lot of people clearly did not get along good enough to
Mm.
really make connections.
Mm.
And you know, Swayze and Swayze and Katie, I mean, we could physically see that they are together, so time would tell. Brandy
Yeah,
and
time
Mike,
will
I
tell.
just I just don't know if I buy that connection right now.
Mm, okay. All right. All right. Starting with Jeremy next to me and to my left. Tell us what you got going on your channel and where the people can find you. Okay, please.
Um, I don't really have much going on. Like just be on the lookout. I guess I'll figure out
I've
some
been
video.
seeing some of your Love and Marriage Huntsville videos, but okay.
Oh yeah, but those have already been done today. I usually just do those on the
Oh, right.
weekends.
Okay. You said you're going to be covering Real Housewives of the Potomac.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's gonna be
Ooh.
like probably later.
And Beverly Hills, I think you said, and Utah,
Yeah,
right?
Beverly Hills ended. So,
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
but I still do those reviews. Those come like later throughout the week. But you could just find me at Jeremy Speaks TV. I'm not good
Awesome.
at this, like
I,
promoting myself.
no, you're doing awesome. You're doing awesome, and your channel is growing like wildflowers. So I'm so privileged. We want to thank you, Jeremy, for being here. You've been a staple on this channel, and we really appreciate you coming in and adding to the panel the way you do.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Mhm.
Kimberly Reviews, also with her own channel on YouTube. Can you tell us about what's going on over on your channel and tell us the name of it to start with? I'm looking for the handles that they have out here, but it's so hard to find them.
Yeah, so I am Kimberly Reviews, and I can't believe this is it. This is it for
Yeah.
Ready to Love. But you can find me Instagram, Kimberly Reviews underscore, YouTube and Facebook, Kimberly Reviews. So I like to watch the show with you all live as it's happening, and we chat about it in real time. I also post my travels. So if you want a virtual vacation, go check one of my travel videos out. And once both of the shows that we're watching in, I will resume my Let's Chat Live. So we just talk about whatever you want to talk about. And it wouldn't be true to me to let us do this whole live without mentioning LJ. So we just went the
Oh
whole
yeah.
thing
Oh, how do we
without
pronounce
LJ. So I'll just
it?
give him a shout out there, right, in his connection. So yeah, thank
Uh-huh.
you all for supporting. This has been awesome.
Awesome. Miss Keena, where can the people find you, the roving reporter of RTL and the A team? Where can they find you over on the Instagram?
You can find me at she is underscore cookie. Um, and like I said, I am having some stuff that I will be. Hopefully, by the next season, I should be up and rolling. So it's a process. But for
Oh.
other little
When you
things,
say, wait a minute, hold on, let me get clarification. When you say by like the new upcoming season in January, you'll have whatever this is that you haven't quite told us about, this surprise. You'll have it up and it'll be up and running at some
yes,
point.
hopefully by January for sure for the next season for sure.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, awesome. Well, I hope if it's a channel or something, I hope you'll invite me and Alex over.
Of course. And you also can find me at bwdw dot for us, which is Black Women Do Work for Us, and things that I'm doing throughout the community for Black women as well.
Awesome, awesome. And last but not least, Alex.
Well, I want to
Where-
tell the audience, and I want to say, thank you to Jeremy has been with us a long time, and Aubrey and I knew Jeremy when he was a nobody. Now he's a big star. He got
People are never nobody, so I
yeah.
don't like you
Well,
saying that.
you know what I mean, Aubrey.
When he
Don't,
was
don't be
new
so
to
particular. He was new to
Well,
YouTube or whatever.
I'm sorry, you can't say that. That's not cool. But
Oh,
go ahead.
Well, Jeremy knows what I mean. So,
yeah,
but now,
Jeremy, should I dot his I? Yes,
now
yay or nay? Because let me
y'all,
slip
y'all.
the
I
word
hate
and
when
I
y'all put
dot
me in
his
the
I.
middle of this stuff. Like I don't want no
He's
parts of
our
this.
now,
he's our He's our adopted child, and I'm
Right.
gonna protect him like a mommy hen. So anyway,
Yeah.
I do get what you're saying though. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
now he's doing his thing. We proud of Jeremy because we've seen him grow
Very proud.
tremendously. Tremendous growth. It's just been crazy with Jeremy. But
Mm-hmm.
I got my channel, Magnetic Repellent. You guys are welcome to come over there. Also, Aubrey and I are covering my movie Cycle tomorrow night.
Yep.
We're probably going to end up doing a part 1 and 2 because the film is just has so much
Michael,
to it. What you say, Jeremy?
bad.
Oh,
I'm trying to control this dog.
oh, okay. I'm
Oh,
sorry
okay.
about
You
that.
might want to mute your mic for a sec.
Yeah, so we're actually covering Cycle. This is a film I did that's on Amazon Prime right now. You guys can watch that film. It covers DV, trigger warnings. But we're gonna cover it tomorrow. We may have to do a part 1 and 2 to cover all the details, but Aubrey and I will discuss that. And also too, I'm in the process of hopefully closing on some funding for a film that we're probably going to shoot in Atlanta spring of next year. But I'll keep you guys posted on that as well. So a lot's happening there.
Lots going on with Alex. He is doing tremendous things, and we are also very proud of you, Alex. I understand what you meant. I just, words to me attach meanings, and even though I know in your heart of hearts you didn't mean that the way it sounded, but I just didn't like the way it sounded. You get what I'm
I got
saying.
you. I got
You're
you.
not you're not
Everybody's
offended.
somebody. Everybody's somebody.
Everybody is somebody because
Hmm.
everybody is created by God. So
Hmm.
that's my thought on that. But yeah, but guys, thank you so much. Let me give you all a hand. I want to thank you so much for being here. And I want to say that Kimberly and I just finished earlier today. We finished our mass review, our panel review. So go over and check that out if you haven't seen that already. We are covering mass, and yes, we will be covering the reunion. So definitely tune in next Sunday at 4:30 because we'll be back covering the reunion for Married at First Sight. So we still got things to cover, and I've got some panelists coming back starting this week or next week. We'll be covering lives on Love is Blind. Love is Blind on Netflix, guys. So check it out.
And
All right.
Aubrey, can
Yeah.
we try to like vote or have a prayer for no Dusties for next season of RTL? No Dusties.
All right, you lead us in prayer, sir. Lead us in prayer on the way out. Let me put my let me put my A team. Join my A team, guys. By the way, if you haven't, if you want to support the channel, you want to support good content and for us to keep coming back doing this content, consider a membership. They're of all different ranges. So there's about four different ranges, and I think I'm going to add 2 more price points. So consider it. Consider it. It's not that expensive, and it is a great way to show your love and support for Ashley Aubery. But go ahead and lead us in benediction on our way out.
For thou is pleased for next seasoneth, no Dusties on the RTL next seasoneth. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Praise the Lord
Amen.
and plastic collection plate. All right, guys. Say your goodbye. Say your
All right,
goodbyes.
guys. Love you.
Right.
Take care.
Out.